Hello again. I've been thinking about finishing this painting for a day or two, and I think I've come to have a plan on what to do next, which is the following. I want to these lines, the white and the black, I want to draw a white line from every different color to the edge, somewhere middle of these colors, like from here, white line here, from here, and so on. For the black one on the left side, I'll do the same. But for middle, I'm thinking I'll try to make a line that is the same color that these colors are, which I'm guessing will not be that easy. And I think I'll have to do something about these bumps here on the middle. They are a bit high. And I'll do some cleaning or touching up. There's some places here that are, well, the layers, some come through from the bottom. From the first layers you can see them. But enough talk. Let's do what we're supposed to do, which is paint. These lines that I'm drawing, I think I'll do with, or painting, I think I'll do with some acrylics this time. And possibly with these palette knives, I'll do the edge in white and like drop the knife in like so, splat, to get the colors I wish. And which is the white? I want white. I have a different palette knife here. I think I'll apply white here and then do like this. Actually the other side, but you get the idea. I'll put my palette knife here, add some white. Now I'm adding, I'm using acrylics this time. Just because, why not? It's easy to use acrylics at times. It's easier. Now, from the middle to the edge is my plan. There we go. That's first one down. How many to go? Some. Here's the second. Yeah. The third. Let's go like this time. A bit of a curve. Yeah, I'm using white because, sorry, I'm using acrylics because they, well, dry faster, but there's another reason. They don't mix with or they should not mix with the paint. That's the oil paint that's on here, and they dry fast, which is a plus. these oils are possibly not yet all dry, so there we go. And I'm left with a lot of white, like a lot. You can see here. I think we will do the pretty well-known thing right now, and the usual. We will do the usual. We'll get rid of the paint, but first we need some color to ease the paint, to mix, to make a difference. Painting white on a white canvas, that's like that's not maybe not my brightest day. That would absolutely not be my brightest day. But I added some yellow, so I can say that I possibly used my brain a bit. Or who knows? Is it required to use your brain when you're painting? I don't know. Again, I'll keep repeating what I've been saying. I'm not a pro painter. I'm not a distinguished artist. I'm just a apprentice, trying out things, enjoying the experience, and I'll continue to enjoy it with some brush, because using that palette knife was not the best experience. So there's some white and yellow. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna take some of it. I'm gonna spread it out. And here I have a, well, I would not call it a problem, but I have some unwanted colors here. You see, there's some black flakes from the palette knife, which is a bit bothering maybe. The painting looks like or this part of the paint looks like a bit different, dirty perhaps, and I'm not sure how I'm liking this part. Maybe if I squint a little, I'll ignore the the dirty part, the specks, the black specks that are not white or yellow or whatever the color is. Well, I'm sure you've heard it before, but there's no need to worry. We will fix this if it needs fixing anyway, because who knows, maybe I'll paint around this something and it will look super cool. So, you know, it's an experience. You just do what feels good and worry about the results later, because you never know what the results will be until you are actually finished. So, yeah, sometimes you paint the same place many times over, but that's just the way it is. Part of the process. Okay, now next up is the black on the left side. Here I added the whites, and I thought I'd get this ready in this episode or this part, but it is looking much like it won't be finished yet, because you see the white line that I made in the earlier part. It does not look like I want it to look. It has too much, or actually it has too little white. The other colors shine through. Or if we compare it to the white here on the side, that white is quite more white. It has that real white color, and this other line is quite a bit not white. You'll see soon when I'll get to them, or you'll see soon perhaps in another video or something. Now I'll concentrate on the black one. Again, acrylics. I have a container of acrylic black. There's like, I had 5 different colors: white, black, this is the black, and then red, yellow and blue. The white is in this, the yellow is in this, because, well, I like to mix them or add them together, because that container you saw, it is horrible compared to those cylinders. Compared to these are nice, easy to administer the paint, easier. And it looks like the process will continue with this black, because there's much of it. Or so I'm thinking. We'll see. Let's just try to concentrate on this one first, because, well, I'm trying to make the cleanest lines. I'm trying my best. Isn't that what we all try? Or at least I wish everyone would try their best. That way, well, where's the shame in mistakes then? You did your best. You gave it your all. can't really fault anyone for that. And the idea that I would be quiet in these videos has not succeeded, but it is what it is, you know. I'll challenge you to make a video not talking. Well, I'm sure it is possible. I'm sure I can do it. I'll try it one day. But for now, I'll enjoy talking. It is all right. Okay. We are advancing. And yeah. Yeah, I'll have to apply more white here on this line, and this middle part I'll do with those colors. Here we go. We continue our journey, our process. Now this yellow had the dirt in it, so let's make sure it has friends. Let's not discriminate. Sorry, I should try to keep an eye out where the camera is. You just get carried away sometimes. Okay, so this is the revolution for the black paint. The spreading of the paint, it is up to this palette knife here. And if I'm being honest, the black is helping this painting very much. You saw how we did the yellow, and we were I was kinda upset about it, about the black in the yellow, the kind of dirt looking stuff there, but it got repaired, or the following actions took place, led by the process, adding of this black, and now it looks all good. So like I was saying earlier about the yellow, there's no need to worry. The process will guide you. Or it does, it guides me. You do you. I'm sure you have your own routines or own ways of creating. Yeah, that is great. That is really great. I'm surprised, but I should not be. I've been painting for some time now, but still it always amazes me how these paintings come to look like I know they will look good, but still I'm amazed by how they look. Okay, I will do the colors here, then it's time for a break. But I'm gonna be very cognizant of the colors here on the painting and the colors I have. This might go okay with this bottom one. I'll do it like this. I'm gonna take a small brush. That's the worst brush I have, not that. I'm gonna find a small brush here. This is a good one. This is the same as the other one I used in an earlier painting, but this is for acrylics and gouache. The other one was for oil. I don't wanna mix them together. So yeah, enough talk and let's paint. I'm gonna apply the paint here in my cup, paint cup. I'm sure I could use a palette. I have a palette there, but I'm used to doing it like this. So I'll start here with the white section. Look how dark this. Is it purple? No, it's violet. It's cobalt violet. It's really dark compared to the purple or the violet underneath. But what can I do? Oh, the gouache does not like. It does not like that oil at all. There we go. Again, I have so much of this paint. I'll try to apply it here in a big quantities, large quantities. Okay, so let's continue on with the process. Take the painting that I've been doing on the side here. I'll take it and I'll use the rest of this here. Yeah, there's some left, but I'll use that to try to. Oh wow, I can see the violet now more clearly because it's on a white background, on a white canvas. On that other painting it was just, much of it was black, just dark shade. Now with the different background it is different color. Well, it's the same color but it appears differently. Painting is such fun. There we go. There's our regularly I'm saying is I mean this is the part of the process, a quite natural part of the process. There we go. And this one I want to do from here to here, and I'll need some red, a mix of red. Where's my red? There. I'll try to apply only a little bit, but it's not always, yeah, there we go. It's not always easy, and I got two big globs. I'll try to mix some with that violet so that I have a so that I could possibly have some dark here, but no, it's kinda red. I'll have to do more mixing. Actually, it's pretty indistinguishable. Can't really see it from the first layer or the nth layer. There's many layers there. Okay, it's looking good. I can't complain. Not 100% what I was aiming for, but that's just painting. You can't. Well, you can, but I'm not there yet. Let's just leave it at that. I could have a I could add more paint, that violet, to mix it in this cup and compare the colors, but nah. Oh, now we're cooking. There's much of that violet still in the brush, but it's there on the root, not on the tip, on the root, so I'll have to do like this. Spread it around here and then try to spread it all around this line that I've created here. Now it's even more indistinguishable from this. Well, you can see it, but it's kinda weird looking now. I'll add just a touch of this red. Yeah, and I'll do a bit more. There we go. Now, I've been painting for a while and I have this red here. Let's hope it won't dry. That would not be what I wanted. Which means we will take a big glob and go here on the red, very wide red section of this painting, and we will do a very wide red line too. And you can see it's not 100% dry yet, but it's starting to dry the painting here, or the paint. It spreads with difficulty. It leaves those ridges. Okay, I'll do a moment of cleaning here because I want to change my brush. I'll drop the brush in water and I'll take a clean brush here. You could not see, but it was supposed to be clean. I'll take the red here. Yeah, it's clean because it was hard. The bristles were hard, not soft. They were stiff. Now there's some red here that I wanted to add. Some real red, not that red with some violet. Okay, so this section here, I think I'll say okay with that the line is okay now. I can come a second time and repaint them if I feel like it. We will most definitely see. I think I said at the start of the video that this would be the final one, but yeah, we will see. It's not always clear how these go. I think I spoke of it a bit in the earlier video, how there has to be a plan on how to paint these. Well, it's not a must, but it's good to have a plan or some direction where you're heading. And I thought about the direction of this painting for some like 2 days, like I spoke of, or I said earlier. And I saw that the direction was these lines, but still, if I cannot do it in one go, which is looking like it, it seems that the lines need to be repainted a second time, and I'll do it in another video, another part. Or it seems the most probable, because I've still got some 1, 2, like 5 lines to go. Okay, now we will go with yellow, and yellow being the one of the most how would I say it, sensitive colors. I need to make sure I have very clean brush and a very clean surface that I laid paint on. In this painting I really cannot lay the paint anymore on the surface of the painting because I want to do the lines. Hard to start a line from a glob of paint. Way harder compared to this. I took a palette knife that you see me often using. I spread the paint on the palette knife. Okay. Let's hope this yellow shows. Well, again, I'm laying the first layer anyway, so it is very hard. It's very faint that the line seems the gouache and the oils don't agree at all. Well, that's a thing I learned just now. Well, I'll add more. More yellow. The estimation of how much paint you need is always a difficult one. Or I feel like either I take too much, which is, well, it's not a problem. You follow the process and you use the paint somewhere, like you've seen me do many times. Even in this video we did it. I did it. Or you take too little and you have to take more. That's usually the worst, because you take too little and then you're like, oh, well, I'll apply more this time so I won't have to do it a third time, and then you have a nice amount of paint. You can do a nice amount of painting with it. There we go. And it obviously happened to me. I ran out of paint. Then I took more, and now I have a nice big glob of it still. So let's go and try to be precise and add some on this line. And obviously I have no idea what will happen to the paints in a month's time or a year's time, because I'm painting on top of oil paint that's not 100% dry. So if the oil finally dries, I don't know if it does some contraption, if it contracts or expands. It could affect this top paint too. But hey, live and learn. Oh no. That's not great. I wanted to add some yellow, but it went a different color. It was like from the brush. It added some of the earlier colors from the water and but glad we got that sorted out. So back here again, it's like an automatic process these days. There's still tiny bit of color here, and I'm gonna take it. Actually, I need to take some water too soon, but I'll show what I do here. I'm gonna encapsulate this area here, or this color, this weird yellow greenish portion. I'll paint over, and I'll dip my brush into water and spread it around this. Actually, I'll drop a water drop there in my paint container. Okay, I have still some paint on my brush. It's this weird, is it gold? It's, well, somewhat yellow, but it has some brown in it and some dark. Dark from the water, I'm sure, and all of the earlier paints that were in this brush. But it's okay. It creates nice shapes, nice colors. I think this painting kinda was asking for, or what it needed, or, well, I don't need to explain. It's part of the process, so it is pretty obvious that it is the right path. Okay, there's a little bit of color here still, and I'll add it here, like so. I'm gonna try to make some kind of a divider here to remind the viewer that hey, you see that color, it is separate from the rest. I don't know. This is just what what comes to my mind. It's actually more difficult to explain to you the meaning of these, well, what I paint than it is to myself, but, well, hey, that's pretty obvious. You are the master of yourself, so why would you have to explain anything to yourself? You know, I know the reasons, but you might not, so I'm trying my best to explain. I don't know if it makes any sense, or possibly it doesn't really have to make any sense. You'll do your reasonings, you'll do your explaining. It is part of life and part of art. There we go. I've done my best. I still cannot find the right explanation for this color. Like sand. I picked up some red from the bottom, and I'm not at all mad about it. It's pretty nice. And pretty nice is usually at the start of something really cool. There we go. Now with the red, with just a touch of that red, I accidentally managed to take on this piece. Really has the feel that, hey, I'm different from these. These little lines, they are part of that divider, and this red, it's just there, is different. And again I'll have to, how would I say, remind you that what I'm saying might change, or what I'm painting might change over the course of the process. So even though it might make sense now, and I try to explain it to myself or to you, it might not make any sense in the next video. I might paint on top of it. It's a matter of thinking about it. But yeah, let's continue. No thinking needed. Our plan is pretty clear. We're gonna go and paint the green now. Then we have some more green, a different color of green. Then some blue, two kinds of blue. And now I'll try my best, absolutely my best, to go with the right amount of paint. And oh no, it is too, I already see it, it is the wrong color. It's too dark. Well, I'll go with it. As I was saying, I'll try my best to use the colors in sequence. I'm starting with the green here, and I hope I'll have the right amount. or I'll try to use the amount I have, all of it here, so that when I go to the second color, the more darkish, the bluish green, I'll just add some blue, some dark blue here. Look, it won't apply at all. I'll add some dark blue to my palette knife and then I'll do the next part so that I can use the leftover paint to, in essence, color the next paint. Yeah, as I was earlier talking about it, that I don't know how these will react. Yeah, I'm waiting with excitement to see what happens when these colors dry out. It would be a shame if, well, I don't know. Well, if they just drop off, that would be a shame, but that's not very likely, is it now? I really don't know. If you know better, do tell me. I would be glad. Most glad to hear. Okay, I'm adding blue now. We will go with the next part, which is that greenish, more dark green. So let's see. Here's too much blue. And again, it's not wanting to apply itself on this surface here. Very peculiar. Well, it's actually not. I think the reason is that water, it levitates or rises on top of oil. Or is it the other way around? I'm not sure. But anyway, that is I'm thinking the reason. I'm going with the same paint I had on this blue, because it seems the oil is not taking it at all, so I'm just experimenting. Yeah, is it? I think it's water that's lighter than oil, or is it the other way around? It's got to be water that's lighter, so it just floats on top of the surface. We will see what happens. I will see how these dry. Yeah, because the oil and water, they don't mix. That's like basic, very basic knowledge of the world. Or it should be. I think so. I'll add a touch of white and I'll do the final blue. The colors are what they are, because the paints are not, they are not They are not friends of friends. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's hard to... Wow! Now I have a really cool color. This is it. It's nothing like the blue I wanted, but it is so cool, which is at times one of the reasons I paint. I see so awesome colors. And yeah, I had a plan that I came to that I completed, but with slightly different in a different way that I imagined or I had in mind. But that's just painting. And I like I said, when I talk about it, that it's good to have a plan, even if the plan changes. You have some kind of a direction that you're heading, and I knew the direction of this painting was this really crazy lines. The first three, the black and the grey and the white, they were not that crazy, but these are, I think these are getting to be a bit maybe weird or very abstract. Kind of the point. I am I'd like to think myself as an abstract artist. I don't know. Abstract art feels sometimes easy because, well, I'm just exploring, just painting and thinking and being in awe what the brush creates for me. Oh, too much. There, I went over the black. Now, yeah, sometimes gotta just go in with your either your hand or a towel, paper tissue. I did not have a tissue at hand, so okay, we will finish. I will finish the video with applying this here paint to the rest of this painting. I have some on the brush and I have this on the palette knife here, which I'll use to apply it here. And the gouache paint, it is such that it dries pretty fast. So at times I've seen that using the palette knife, it requires some force to slide it around. I'll try to add the rest of this. Oh yes, and on the black too. That's important. There we go. Yeah, it's stiff. Moving the tool around. And with the rest of this color, I'll do this edge here. Again, following or mirroring what happens on the other side with that sand color and that gold or the green. Here I'm using this green or turquoise or whatever the color is to close this black in, to have a border around the black so that the viewer once again sees that hey, I'm encapsulated by this color. It's like a boot. Yeah. Okay. I'll take the second painting out and soon I'll apply some tiny bits of color here. I used water and now the paint is not that strong anymore. Trying to make a ghost ring or some kind of a lighter H2 here for the turquoise or the crazy blue color, which is not that easy because the paint mixes with the water in the brush and the strength or the intensity of the color starts to vary. So you're left with lots of brush work to do to try to blend the colors, all of the colors, into a kinda same color or intensity. Okay, I think that's that. I'll leave it alone now. So yeah, this painting, most of the lines here down here are really hard to see. This green is okay. This yellow, you can only see that the yellow goes over the gray. With the red, well, hard to see again. This one too. The top one is not that hard because it's almost black. But I think I'll redo all of these. I'll redo these later. I'm thinking I'll try to use the same colors, possibly add some white. Oh yeah, now that I'm seeing it, I know that I'll do whiter versions on this side. I'll add some white to these colors, and vice versa. I'll try to add some red, black here, which would mean this does not even have to, I don't need to do nothing about this one. Maybe add another layer. First add another layer of this and then add white and do this and repeat with these all. But with these I'll have to add black. I'll have a, I think I'll finally do the palette thing. I'll add all of these colors, then some black and white, and I can use my brush. I'll have several brushes to do the painting, so I can change a brush that has more black, that has black, and a brush that has white, and so on. Okay, that's for next time. Again, thank you for watching. Bye.